The Scared Mountain Inn is a public house in a small village somewhere in Wales, and is mainly a mid to late 17th century building in construction. An undocumented claim to fame for this building was that the first floor of the inn was reputedly used as a court of law, where capital punishment was imposed for certain offences, including but not limited to sheep stealing. Legend has it that as many as 180 criminals were found guilty for crimes serious enough to warrant the sentence of death by hanging. A sentence that was allegedly carried out in the inn itself, from an oak beam over the well of the staircase. Markings said to be from root marks still exist on the staircase wood to this day. The building has since been regarded as one of the most haunted in the country of Wales. Josh from the YouTube channel Exploring with Josh, along with his friends Dan, Steve and Seth, ventured out to the Scared Mountain Inn back in early March in hopes of communicating with whoever or whatever may occupy the building. What they captured terrified even myself.
Alright, next bit we want to try is, like we said, right here. We got the hanging rope.
To any spirits in the Scared Inn, if you know what happened here, at this staircase, please come forward and tell us what you know. And tell us what you know. I hear moving behind you, bro.
Yeah, there's like a vibration.
Is there someone behind me?
I heard a noise upstairs. Is there somebody upstairs? If that's you, can you come downstairs, please? We have some questions about this staircase, about this area. Was anybody hung in this area?
Is there someone behind me?
Me.
Is there somebody upstairs?
Whoa! Holy sh!
I'm gonna slow it down, watch this.
Is there someone behind me?
Yeah, 100% said me.
Is there somebody upstairs? Is that you?
Get out? Get out or yes, dude.
Is there somebody upstairs?
Get out!
Oh my gosh. That wasn't me.
That's not us.
No.
That's not us.
Is there somebody down this hallway?
Oh, whoa, whoa! Whoa! Holy
Oh my god!
What the?
Holy shit!
Sun just moved.
Look at how fast
Oh my
it's
gosh.
moving.
Bro, no bullshit. It's as soon as you said something about this.
Yeah, as soon as I said, is there something
And this went off.
Oh
my god, you can't.
Holy shit.
No, that's a physical movement. That's poltergeist.
That's poltergeist activity.
That's poltergeist activity.
Either that or that's residual activity of somebody
Residual could be.
Damn it, I wasn't recording. There was just a huge bang from upstairs. I swear to God we heard it though.
The guys are shocked to see that the rope starts moving ever so slightly on its own, as if someone or something were moving or hanging from it. This video is one of the best I've seen in a while, and I highly recommend watching the full video. The Scared Mountain Inn appears to be highly active in all things paranormal. Check out the YouTube channel Exploring with Josh to see what else happened that night. Matt and Andy, the travelling duo behind the YouTube channel Finders Beepers History Seekers, explored an old abandoned care home in August of 2020. While walking through the old abandoned building, they heard many things, although something they missed at the time was something that sounded like a woman answering a question they had asked aloud. Listen closely to this.
Right, it's the washroom, this, isn't it?
Yeah. Laundry.
Headphone users would have heard an extra unknown third voice in that clip saying the word "yeah" when asked about the laundry.
Right, it's the washroom, this, isn't it?
Yeah. Laundry.
Right, it's the washroom, this, isn't it?
Yeah. Laundry.
What sounds like a woman's voice can be heard saying the word "yeah" despite the two men being the only ones there that night. Although this wasn't the creepiest moment during their visit. Check this out.
Right, just heading up. Is this the second or third floor we're going up to? It's because we went down to the basement, it's thrown me.
I've got no idea.
Totally thrown me. That paper's, they're thick, aren't they? Wallpaper in here is like good quality wallpaper. I will say that. Yeah. So, but yeah, you can see it goes up again. Hey, wait up. Hello? Somebody up there. Hello? I feel like there's somebody down there as well. Right, I'm going up. Right, I've gone cold. Yeah.
Should not have been like that.
Oh, it might have been. I've gone cold because I saw somebody stood there. I saw a leg. Hello? You just fart. But they went that way, and there's nowhere you can go. A voice?
Yeah.
I didn't hear.
I don't know if it was like a man or a woman's voice, but it was deepish.
While making their way upstairs, Matt saw someone, or should I say something, watching them from up the top of the stairs. Matt and Andy are absolutely freaked out when they realize that whatever they had captured on camera had just disappeared without a trace. What's more, the black figure they recorded moves to the right. However, once they move up the staircase more, they realize that there's nowhere to walk that way. Check out the YouTube channel Finders Beepers History Seekers for more creepy adventures, just like the one you've seen here. At the beginning of 2019, Armory security officer Alex Nunez, who had worked at the San Francisco Armory for over 5 years, captured, quote, a ghost opening the two main doors to the lounge in the Armory.
Oh, hell no. This is what I'm talking about, dude. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. I'm here in this building by myself, bruh. By myself. That.
After hearing what sounded like chairs moving in the lounge area, Alex began recording on his phone. Alex stopped walking when he began to hear noises. He then captured the two doors opening inwards towards the lounge. He states that he was the only person in the Armory when this occurred, and upon further inspection, all the windows and doors were shut and closed. The San Francisco Armory is a historical building in the Mission District in San Francisco, formerly Kink.com. Many people who have worked in the building have reported feeling spirits, both physically and emotionally, sights of apparitions, footsteps, and even heard voices. Once a bustling community to hundreds of shipyard workers, Clune Park Estate in Port Glasgow is now virtually deserted. There are 430 empty flats, one primary school, a church, and a couple of old shops. TikTok user Scared to Death Zero traveled out to the abandoned location recently and recorded this frightening video.
Just watch this.
Isn't it? Future in hand.
430 abandoned flats, and there is something in the window.
Open. Yo. You see movement then? Move the light. Yo. Yo. What is that?
This creepy video shows a couple of friends venturing out to the abandoned town where they capture this. A creepy looking face peeking out from one of the abandoned buildings. Could this be something ghostly though? Or is it something much easier to explain? This next video was uploaded to YouTube in December of 2020 by the YouTube channel ILMN Barno Paranormal. This very first video of theirs saw them explore through a large portion of an abandoned factory. However, unbeknown to the original recorder at the time, this place might just have been haunted.
Které radši nebudu zkoušet. Jak tady tohle je všechno, tady už nejsou další místnosti. A tady, kámo, tady to vypadá mega creepy třeba. Tady jsou nějaké... Fuj, bych nejet moc teda.
The recorder is making his way around the abandoned factory, taking it all in, when he unknowingly catches what many viewers think is a shadow figure passing by. A dark figure is seen walking on the other side of a window. It moves quickly from the left-hand side to the right. During the same night, the explorer captured something just as creepy when looking through an office room.
Jsou nějaké šuplíky. Proč to nechce? No, nic moc to není. Tady takhle, nic a tady... Ne.
A closet door swings open as if someone was in there. Problem was, the YouTuber was in the abandoned building alone that night. Previous viewers of this video have put the scary experience down to poltergeist activity and suggest that the old abandoned building is well and truly haunted. Check out the YouTube channel ILMN Barno Paranormal for more creepy videos similar to the one you've seen here. Ettington Park Hotel is a 19th century country house built in 1858. The historic Grade 1 listing building has been described by many as one of England's most haunted buildings. In the 1990s, a show aired in the UK called Out of This World. In one particular episode, a woman named Carol Vorderman travelled out to the now hotel in hopes of capturing something spooky. Although she didn't see or record anything scary, the TV show did feature a couple of scary stories from previous visitors of the hotel.
That's why I went to stay at Ettington Park Hotel, judged the most haunted hotel in the country. The plan was for Chris to go ahead of me to find out the ghostly history of the place.
Here at Ettington Park Hotel, they've lost count of how many times this book has mysteriously fallen from its shelf. It's always to be found open at the very same page. A merry place, 'tis said, in days of yore, but something ails it now. The place is cursed.
Part of the duties at night were to relay the fires in the library bar and the front door that you can see across there. And I started to relay the fire, clean it out for the next morning. And I just had this feeling that somebody or something was over my shoulder watching me. And I thought, well, shall I have a look or shan't I? I was in 50-50, or shall I have a look, a bit worried. And I thought, well, might as well. So I looked around from the fireplace, and coming down the main staircase was this lady. Now it was like a white mist, but there's a shape, definitely a shape of a person or a lady in this mist.
Robbie isn't the only one to claim to have seen the Grey Lady, as she's become known. Just a few weeks ago, a sighting was reported by the guest staying in this room, Mark Hellberg.
We weren't quite asleep, as I say, we were sleeping lightly, but it appeared, at one point, that we thought that there was light coming through the curtains, and I said to her I'd get up and would close them. I went over to the curtains, and instead of, where there was a slight crack, instead of closing them, I opened them for some reason, and at that point I saw, what I believe was a woman. But after this, I went back, got into bed, and I said to my girlfriend, I think I've seen a ghost. And I got the usual, and rolled over and carried on going to sleep. And then sometime later, when I noticed a light coming over from the door, I felt myself drawn towards the door. There was no noise, no sound whatsoever, just this light. And as I say, as I moved towards the door, opened it, and there in front of me I saw the woman who I'd seen previously over the other side of the corridor. I was scared stiff at this time by the expression on her face.
Like any house that stood for nearly 1,000 years, Ettington has seen its share of human tragedy. In Victorian times, it's said 2 young children drowned here in the River Stour, which runs through the grounds. Over the years, it's claimed they've made several ghostly reappearances, most recently to a woman staying in the aptly named Stour Suite. She complained of children running up and down outside her room during the night. Nobody's ever succeeded in recording a ghost on a video camera, but there seems to have been such a lot of activity here recently that we thought, well, we'll give it a go. And to help out, we've asked along somebody who knows nothing of the history of this place.
Chris has given me a map of the house showing the reportedly most active areas, and that's obviously where I'm going to concentrate my efforts through the night. And if I find anything, hopefully I'll manage to record it on this. But of course, the rules are I have to do it by myself, so it's time for you to leave, chaps. Hello. It's, right. Just gone 1:30 in the morning, and just been woken up, and I'm off to hunt ghosts. Right, this is where we are at the top of the main staircase.
Although she doesn't know it, Carol is now going down the staircase where it's said the Grey Lady is most often seen. It's claimed she's the ghost of a maid who was pushed down the stairs by the lady of the house and broke her back.
I'd say I feel lonely. I'm still not really happy, I suppose, about being alone in a part of a great big old house. Right, I just come into what's called the long gallery, and I'm try and find some light switches. A cold room, this. And I'm just sitting here, trying to get used to the noises.
Carol is now about to make her way down the back stairs. This will take her to some of the oldest parts of the hotel and the areas with the highest incidence of ghostly sightings. She's passing both Mark Hellberg's room and another suite, which is said to be haunted by a man who hanged himself from the rafters.
It's very gothic. I must admit, I do get spooked pretty easily. And this is part of this experiment, I suppose, in that I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for. I'm now heading into another room called Chapel Room. Ooh, it's very, very cold in here. Of all the rooms that I've visited, I would say that this one has the most you might call atmosphere. It's a very cold room, and I was given by Chris like a temperature sensor. It's got a digital readout at the front, and temperature has been fluctuating here between about 19.5 degrees C and about 18.
Your feelings about that particular room are quite interesting, because 300 years ago it said that children affected by the plague were brought there in some kind of attempt to cure them. So it's got a very sad history to it.
Well, that's quite interesting, because of all the rooms, I didn't feel particularly uneasy there. I felt quite safe, but I wasn't truly comfortable, I have to say.
You filmed first in the middle of the night and then again at dawn. Were there any differences between those two sessions?
It's remarkable how much more comfortable you feel when the light has come up outside. And I would have been quite happy to sit there every dawn, to be perfectly honest, but then I like that time of day. But still, the chapel room, even though the light was then coming through the windows, still it felt quite uneasy. I still wouldn't like to spend a lot of time there. As Chris said, the chapel at Ettington Park was used for child victims of the plague, many of whom must have died there. The room was surprisingly cold, and although I didn't see a ghost, there was definitely a physical change happening that I couldn't explain.
Despite this show being filmed over 20 years ago, the neo-Gothic building still attracts ghost hunters from all around the world to this day, hoping that their overnight stay will yield something scary that they can take with them for years. The original source for this next video is unknown. We also don't have any context other than it was recorded in Chihuahua, Mexico. However, the clip in question I thought was creepy enough to warrant making it to this top 20 list. Someone holds a cell phone and records a weird noise coming from inside a large multi-story building. Lights flickering on and off as if some sort of paranormal activity was happening. Take a look at this. The eerie and somewhat terrifying experience has left viewers wondering what was going on that night in that particular building. Previous commenters of this video have suggested that the creepy noise sounds like it's coming from a person in distress, and think it might be true paranormal activity. The uploader even thinks they may have caught a black figure of sorts with red glowing eyes down a walkway just split seconds before ending the video. However, others think that it's nothing more than a regular power surge, and that there isn't really anything spooky going on here. But what do you think is happening? Frank from the YouTube channel Franco TV recently discovered a graveyard while traveling in between two different states looking for his next film location. Intrigued by the look of the area, Frank explored the cemetery and a large cave in the dark, hoping to find something interesting, and well, he might have just done so.
I hear coyotes.
Let's make our way into the building. That place looks freaking terrifying. There's a lot of writing on the wall too.
After coming out of the cave, Frank unknowingly recorded what many of his viewers think could be a ghost or spirit of sorts. If you look carefully, you can see what appears to be a hooded figure in behind a window frame in the stone structure in the background. However, just a second or so later, when Frank pans back in the same direction, this thing is gone. There have been many suggestions as to what this dark thing could have been, most of which being related to the supernatural or paranormal. Although, what would your guess be? Check out the YouTube channel Franco TV for the full video. Mundo Paranormal, a channel out of Mexico, uploaded the following video after filming at a graveyard at night. What they caught shocked all of their subscribers.
¿Estás escuchando?
Sí.
Ven, niño.
No manches, vamos para adentro, amiga. Ya me dio bastante miedo. Ay, no seas mamón.
¿Qué pasó?
Estaba la monja ahí. No mames, nos estaba viendo la monja. La grabé clarito, Saray. Saray, no. No, Saray, no manches, Saray, no manches. Estaba ahí enfrente, estaba parada ahí.
Madre, ¿también quieres poderlo ayudar, madre? También está penando un niño. También está aquí en este lugar, madre. Yo también quiero ayudarlo, madre, no tengas miedo. Yo no quiero hacerle daño ni a usted ni a él.
Oye, lo golpe. Ay, no.
Muéstrame hacia qué lugar quieres que vaya. Mira.
Ahí estaba la monja parada, te lo juro. Uy, ¿qué quieres? ¡Demonio! ¿Qué quieres, demonio?
¿Qué quieres? ¿Qué buscas? ¿Por qué sufres en este sitio? ¿Quién eres real?
The couple are exploring a graveyard in search for sign of the paranormal. About half an hour into the video, they just managed to catch what looks like a figure of an old person in the distance. Slowing the clip down, you can clearly see some sort of figure hunched over walking in behind a small building. As you've just seen, the couple go searching but come up empty-handed, although they do come across more than just this later in the night. Check out the YouTube channel Mundo Paranormal for the full 1-hour video. Diego, a young man out of Mexico, best known for his creepy videos on TikTok, has been giving thousands of his viewers nightmares with his latest creepy clips. The TikTok page Diego Spikers has recently been making it to all top scary channels for obvious reasons. Take a look at this first clip.
Amy! Amy! Dios mío. Diosito.
From what I can gather from the comments section, it seems that Diego continues to see the image of his younger sister Amy throughout his apartment. Problem is, she's been dead for some time. So, who or what is this? Diego appears to be woken up most nights after hearing things in his apartment. Take a look.
Son casi las 3 de la mañana. Están golpeando la puerta re durísimo. Amy.
Diego finds a doll downstairs by the entrance to his apartment, almost exactly where he captured the image of this young girl. He brings it upstairs to find that the dog has pulled it apart.
¿Qué pasó, niña? ¿Qué pasó? No, 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 no. Güey, puta. ¿Qué es esta mierda? ¿Qué será esta mierda, güey? ¿Qué es esta gonorrea, güey? Esta marica, ¿qué es? Gonorrea.
Diego soon discovers that something was inside the doll. However, I bet he probably wishes that he had left the creepy-looking doll downstairs. Because as he's filming this last TikTok video, he captures what can only be described as a child's hand coming out from beneath a table. All these bizarre and somewhat terrifying experiences have led his viewers to believe that Diego's apartment might just be haunted by his late sister. Be sure to check out Diego on his new TikTok page. No doubt he'll have plenty more creepy videos to come in the future. The following short video was uploaded to Facebook of all places by a woman named Jennifer. The clip in question claims to show a ghost inside Eagles Hotel in Quincy, Illinois. Security cameras in the Eagles Hotel in Quincy, Illinois captured what appears to be a ghost or apparition dashing by and into the elevator. As we can see here, the unknown entity quickly moves out of the elevator and into the hallway next to the housekeeper's trolley. It then bolts back into the elevator at speed, the height of it being the size of a small adult or even a child. Employees have also reported seeing shadows and even heard giggling in the hotel. Jose Garcia, a young man from Mexico, recorded a frightening video on his cell phone back in 2021. The footage shows Jose walking around his apartment in shock after hearing unknown sounds coming from all over the place.
Mi gente, me encuentro en casa de mi tía, estoy muy desconcertado. Vine a visitarla, pero estoy escuchando muchos ruidos. Ella todavía no llega. Me dijo que la esperara. Estoy a punto de irme, de verdad. De la parte de arriba es donde escucho ruidos. No mames, güey. ¿Escucharon? ¿Escucharon? Miren. Escuchen. Todo se está quedando aquí grabado. No mames, güey. Están aventando cosas. La puerta se está abriendo. En serio, ya me quiero ir. Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre, venga a nosotros tu reino. No, por favor, no. Yo vengo de la mano de Dios, vengo solamente a casa de mi tía. No me hagas daño. Yo vengo. No, güey. Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre, venga a nosotros tu reino. Güey, acaban de prender el microondas, mi gente. Lo estoy dejando todo grabado. Acaban de golpear el baño. Acá me voy a meter al baño. Acaban de cerrarme la puerta. Ya no puedo, en serio, ya no puedo. Vengo de la mano de Dios. Yo no busco hacerte ningún tipo de daño. Yo sé que estás golpeando la puerta. Por favor, ando muy nervioso. Ayúdame, Dios, ayúdame. Güey, mi gente, a la mierda, güey.
Jose gets up to check out his apartment in the dark. He walks into the bathroom and discovers someone or something is hiding in there underneath a sheet. What is usually one of the worst ghost costumes on Halloween is absolutely terrifying here in this creepy video. However, somehow I don't think this is just a joke. Judging by his breathing and the way he takes off down the street would suggest this might be genuine. To find out what happened next, switch on over to Jose's TikTok page. A woman named Sabrina on TikTok uploaded the following 2 videos, both of which were recorded and uploaded back in late 2020. One night, the family's outdoor motion cameras caught something that no one could understand.
It was recording and no one was out back. Took a look, no one was out back. Check this out. Watch in between the square. Mainly watch this spot right here. You can see a shadow up here. Boom.
And no one's there.
And then you see this little orb right here.
And then you
watch. Babe. Look at that. No one's out back.
It just sits there too.
It does. It just sits right there.
And you can see the whole shadow, like a person.
That's nuts. I don't know how long it sits
Goes
there
away.
for. The orb goes away. Comes back. Now watch. The person's gonna disappear.
It's like they're just boom.
Boom, gone.
The couple were freaked when they discover an unknown figure appearing in their backyard. As we've just seen, a shadow in the shape of a person appears for half a minute or so and then vanishes without a trace. But not before a bright orb starts darting around the couple's backyard. Skeptics concluded that this was almost certainly one of them playing the part. Their response was this second follow-up video.
Sabrina's standing there. Alright, walk outside real quick. No, she has no shadow. Shut the light off! And do it. Alright, walk over there. No shadow. Look at that shit.
These 2 videos blew up a year or so ago when they originally were uploaded to TikTok, and for obvious reasons, it appears that this couple might just live in a haunted house. Although Sabrina does state in one of her videos that their house was picked up and moved at one point and placed on an old cemetery. Perhaps this could explain the activity outside their house. Sylvia Marie Likens was an American teenager who was tortured and murdered by her caregiver in the basement of a house back in the 1960s. In June of 2008, YouTube user Carlos Coy135 visited the house and recorded a walk-around video while he was there. Watch this carefully.
I see it. Walk around it. Hey, don't stand up and sleep. I ain't gonna say nothing. You're like closer. This is a freaky ass house. I know, go on the porch. This is where that little girl was tortured and raped and killed during the 60s. She wasn't raped. She wasn't raped, but she was tortured. This is a weird ass house. What up, Columbia? Does that top work? This church. What was the basement? Like, right over? This is the basement where the little girl was tortured. Dude, come here. This is freaky. As you can see, this is what the basement looked like. That's oh hell no, there's a picture of the stairs too. Dude, I ain't fucking. I'm not fucking. There's a picture of the stairs. You got a fucking. I swear to God.
Some viewers in the past have suggested that they can hear someone faintly screaming, yelling out for help throughout this video. While recording down into the basement, you can almost hear what sounds like someone saying the words, "Can you help me? Help."
Dude, I feel. There's a fish at the stairs. Have you got a fish? Dude, I feel. There's a fish at the stairs. Have you got a fish?
Viewers of this video have suggested that this is quite possibly the spirit of Sylvia still screaming out for help all these years later. In addition to the phantom voices and screaming, viewers have also noticed that there appears to be someone upstairs in the room to the left, as the blinds seem to move not once but twice near the beginning of the video. Uploaded by David Repleto, this video claims to show real-life proof of the paranormal in the form of an apparition. The clip in question was recorded by a man named Ortega. He states that ever since leaving the hospital he has been having very creepy dreams, as well as hearing things around his house. However, this night would prove to be the scariest moment of his life. Watch this and listen closely.
Dime, si yo puedo ayudarte, con gusto lo haré. ¿Ocupas algo? ¿Necesitas algo? Su mamá. Dijo su mamá. Dice no. Sí te escuché. Escuché que ocupabas a tu mamá, no sé en qué más, no sé cómo ayudarte. Hay alguien que viene conmigo que te va a poder ayudar. Voy a cerrar la puerta para venir con esta persona, para tratar de ayudarte. ¿Ok? Dios, ¿cómo pudieron oír? Sí está aquí la niña. Es una niña chiquita. Tratando. No sé, tengo miedo. La verdad, tratando lo que los ciencianos me dijeron que pudiera invocar. Voy a abrir la puerta. No te voy a hacer daño. No quiero que me hagas daño. Oye, quieres a tu mami. Trataremos de hacer lo posible, ¿ok? A ver, se cayeron las cosas. Vamos a tratar de... Si tú eres la... Dios santo. Dios.
Ortega states that before the paranormal events occurred in his home, he was in very poor health caused by a heart attack, leaving him hospitalized for several days. Ortega also tells us that during the days he was in hospital, he dreamt of a little girl who gave him a stuffed animal, and told him that she was going to help get him out of his health crisis in which he was in. Perhaps this was the girl in his dreams manifesting in real life. What are your thoughts? Paranormal investigator and explorer Siwon Yoon, a young man from Korea, recorded and uploaded the following video. In September of 2020, the YouTuber traveled out to a long-abandoned house that was once used to hold someone captive. It's been said by many that the building might just be haunted by the soul that once spent a long time locked up here. The following is what Siwon Yoon captured on camera that night.
너 언제 닫았어?
About 3 minutes and 50 seconds into exploring the supposedly real haunted house, Siwon Yoon unknowingly records something terrifying. What looks like a transparent figure can be seen just outside the house, appearing from behind a bunch of bushes. Viewers of this video were flabbergasted when they saw what they think quite possibly could be the spirit of the person who used to be held here. The unknown figure appears to almost take shape as it comes out from the greenery outside. As always, leave your thoughts below on what or who this could be. Possibly a real ghost sighting caught on tape? Or was it nothing more than a stranger lurking in the darkness? Be sure to check out the original creator for more videos just like this one.